Taxidermist beat and comedy, never caught in a dissection. Drum and bass just owns me, my soul is in its possession. Spirits got that speaker with a cold vibe in essence. Face it up to greatness is to stand in his presence. Living a life behind pen and bars and I'll serve it up in this sentence. Running to the beat so heavy and hard I've come to bust down the entrance. Letting off more fireworks than America's independence. I'll give him a stroke, one that feels like a hangman's rope. Keeping it that smoke, yeah, one that'll make an iron lung choke. I'm caught for the finest dope, these MCs are hiding hole. So sick when I'm involved, no shit, Sherlock case closed. I'll give him a rest, one that feels like cardiac, yeah, that chick with a breast. She's asking where the party's at, you're feeling a mess, acting like a party twat. Welcome to speak, you're mumbling is hardly rap. I'll give him a clip, one that feels like a bullnose whip. Lost a lip on the mic, you give like pass it over, give, we don't burn out, the wire's stripped. So much friction to fire lit, bars out with a fire pit, experience required it. We'll give him a slap, one that feels like a hit from crack. Said to take one whack, it'll be more than money that's setting you back. Bars dirty like a full ounce of smack, and our pour flows neater than the finest cognac. Yo, them girls are Mr. Marbella, they get wet, they need an umbrella. Don't need to buy no drinks, no San Miguel and no Stella. I'm 35 degrees, them freaks, they come out with not weather. Party time till the sun came up and she'll go home when I tell her. No need to try and impress her, she fat, I'll bring the compressor. So quick to try and undress her, take off the boots and the leather. Unbox to the golden treasure, invested in the endeavor. So come on, she'll go bent over the dresser.
This song sounds like the killer. Love SkankOut. Hope everyone's good. Coming for 2 hours.
Goes off in a roll-up, causing a big boy roadblock. Going on this mic, I'm too hot, and I keep it tight, 2 knots. Like driving down the M1 junction 26, I'ma get gone. Ready in a vibe, it's on, getting in at once. Sets on, when I'm on this mic, get off. Don't wait for the drop, set off. Letting off bombs hot, so hot we're wiping sweat off. So hard, some of them get off, so distant, some of them get lost. One day be bigger than Rick Ross, everybody wanna be the big boss, yeah. Take notes, these lines sharp like cutthroats. New band, same bloke, already say his case closed. In bed like they seen a ghost, Brent's about to get involved. On the mic I'm a problem, that's far from getting solved. Yeah, let's get to work. I'm like a Viking, go berserk. Hits with a punch and I hope it hurts. I keep coming with a venomous verse. I'm on the ball like a gypsy's curse. These tricks when I'm mixing words. Serious complex and curse.
Crazy bastard.
When I wanna wake up strong, when I wanna wind down bass, and I say get together, call it drum and bass. What? It's that time of night I wake up, no more sleeping days. Nobody know me now, they'll know when I'm leading rays. Taking a mic and test, I'm getting all B's and A's. We can school the MCs, put them through a teaching phase. So overqualified, back on the rhythm increasing pace. Drop the mic and I blast off, back up, give me space. Come like Oliver Twist, can I have some more please sir? There's some raw deep verbs, going up, go safe on the verse. I've got the devil in church, better be careful with my words. Go where it hits and it hurts. Can't stop, I'm ready to burst. Call me Mitchie the first, the barking of words stop. I'm like COVID injections, I'll make your heart stop. They can catch me in Mars, down at Hard Rock. I'll keep a steady and balance, I'll never fall off. Don't touch, I'm red hot. I'll melt the plaster off walls. Back on the track of the course, I'm kicking through the back door. Nobody really wanna get me kicked, so I gotta do things they can't ignore. I'm pressing nuclear buttons on the brink of World War. I wanna be an old school legend, that's probably folklore. I got so many bars, it makes my throat sore. I'm building an art like Noah, come on and get on board. I've got this bar flamethrower, you bring a rusty sword. 4, 3, 2, 1. I've got the bars and I'm counting. I'm pissed to hike up the mountain. I'll do it all without shouting. I'm shouting bouncing off walls. Now watch how I'm rebounding. Come back with a new perspective. Like tell me how's it sounding. Chest is pounding. Raise the risk of a heart attack. Spit filthy bacteria, building up some dental plaque. Like Colin McRae, half a bar, I'm knocking a dirt track. I'm giving out electric shockwave. See how it turns back.
That's Z. That's Taco.
Crazy bastard.
Play that deck in the room with a microphone. Check. I'm feeling straight to an active war zone. Going up with a bang. We keep firing, nobody
Идите нахуй.
Mr. Ben.
Я вас не знал. Идите нахуй. Я вас не знал. Вы кто такие? Я вас не звал. Вы кто такие? Я вас не звал. Вы кто такие? Я вас не звал. Вы кто такие? Вы кто такие? Вы кто такие? Я вас не звал. Идите нахуй. Я вас не звал. Идите нахуй.
We don't have enough data to call it alcohol abuse. We have no way of knowing if these are the only two incidents that have ever occurred in the history of the astronaut corps, or if this was a very large accident.
I come like a petrol engine, these man come like an electric car. Keep bringing them hard bars, reacting somewhere like septic tar. Words so sharp like an open blade, this will give them a mystic scar. Way too much pressure, on the brain giving out geometric stars. Coming with a 1, 2, 8, for them that want to rave. Going on some hooligan shit, set fire and misbehave. It's all just UK culture, we call it drum and bass. It's not agriculture, it's homegrown great. Roaming a beat and it never no stutter, nutter. Slice the beat like a butcher, spit dirt like grime in the gutter. Come on DJ, you dirty motherfucker, giving them dogs in it. Primal hit when the vinyl clicks, rewind the master the final bits. No background, never had no lips. Slayed down more MCs than Bodykin did Romans. Got more concoctions than Merlin had potions. Black caps and crows are a sign of bad omens. So many MCs careers ended comas. See me, I'm heating a hot rave, giving out electric shockwaves. Spicy heat like a Bombay, don't rub me up the wrong way. Shot down a big essay for you, you'll get the Mexican wave. I'll shoot the tectonic plates, bang, causing an earthquake. Off the Richter scale, geologists we call level 9. We sound a knock-on effect, avalanche or a landslide. That's why you put your hands high. See you after my ride, gravitational forces screw, ready to change tide. Tidal wave, you can hope you don't drown, no survival rate. You'll see me booked in now, what's the arrival date? No, I've come a long way, take note of the mileage range. I'll pop like Yellowstone, erupting on this microphone. Bring hurricanes and typhoons, pour one out of a cyclone. Rain down this hailstorm, I'll type it out on an iPhone. When I touch the microphone, the government say no fly zone.
We don't have enough data to call it alcohol abuse. We have no way of knowing if these are the only two incidents that have ever occurred in the history of the astronaut corps. We don't have enough data to call it alcohol abuse. We have no way of knowing if these are the only two incidents that have ever occurred in the history of the astronaut corps, or if this was a very large accident.
Going off like using a bar mitzvah. Fill feel the vibe, I don't care what you're into, Caption this and go and put it on Insta. A vibe like this you'll never capture in a picture. I get dirty like the swats of the Everglades. Number one, I'll take the title from whoever claims. Be the best, you know my bars are like weapon grade. Like plutonium radiates, I got 7 shades. Call me Mr. Pepper and my DJ Mr. Soul. Salt brings the flavor and you know I bring the smoke. Killers on the rhythm and you know it ain't a joke. Soccer makes the flavor and that's why it tastes dope. Echoes the sound of a heavyweight spitter. Ooh, that's the killer, the jack, the mic ripper. Rounds 50 caliber, tone be the trigger. Little MC start to reconsider. Look at any time on the flat, I'm gonna get mine with a rhyme. These times are on the mind, you'll never own the mind. I won't write in a type of the vibe that they want me like. I got way too many like concubines. Like them words they hypnotize. Keep your hands off the merchandise. Squad up then we mobilize. Sympathize to the music, we stay synchronized. Crowd about to get publicized. Crowd about to get recognized, yeah. I make like they call me Pennywise. I can see I'm full time, I'm not a normal guy, I'm borderline. I'm pulverized.
This is where opportunity meets chance.
fella.
Turn up. I'm loving the race, I'm loving the stats, I'm loving the place, I'm loving the stats, I'm loving the bass, I'm loving the cat, they're loving the flake, I'm loving the set. Leave them in the state, leave them in the mess, leaving out the gate, I'm doing the tracks, I do it for pay, I do it for tracks, I do it for money, won't do it for less. It's low vibrational, yeah I know, but when they leave they take out their phone. They lock me up, start playing my tunes at a racing frequency so they glow. I do it for you, just know that I'm smart, it's pure intention, straight from the heart. So realise I'm not just an MC, I've guided you like light in the dark. Not any MC will ever make me, they're jealous cause they're pushing through T. I'm going on clean but with to do T, I'm not an OG but still I'm Sooty. I look for the best and that way I'm blessed, I give a respect to whoever guessed. I don't get booze or booze in the set, just coke in the water, organic compress. Your shitty bars get right, I get left, these shit MCs are wasting their breath. Just stick to your job, you're never impressed. Well that's the truth, don't be so upset. If you don't like me then fuck you too. My mum is a witch, she loves voodoo. I think I learned how to hack some people, you know it's karma, I'm immune too. Comparison is the thief for joy, so why am I still jolly and happy? Cause I'm not superstitious and I don't fill my body with Mackies. Who's don't offend me, do not defend me, seriously I'm amused. Keep on commenting shit you pricks, you know it's boosting my views. And I am a champ so I never lose, I'm making them jump, I'm making them move. Stop blazing a dank and I ain't in use, don't eat animals cause they ain't all food. Time-based raver, so it is safer, you have an option, choose. Don't be angry at me, don't huff and puff like sucking balloons. I'm loving the sets, I'm loving the race, I'm loving the steps, I'm loving the place, I'm loving the cat, I'm loving the bass, I'm loving the sets, I'm loving the flake. Leave them in the mess, leave them in the state, I'm doing the tracks, leaving out the gate. I do it for tax, I do it for pay, won't do it for less, get out my face. Fruit smoothie on my rider, where's the A out? Go and find her, if it ain't there, it's a minor. But I want more money right now, I'm the best in the town, connect to the crown. And that's why I'm so blessed with the sound. This ISO minimum-metric, words don't hurt and you can never get me down.
Minimum-mister, trauma-minematic, ISO minimum-metric. We're giving them a complex intellectual flow, this one is hectic. Piss me off, I'll punch you up and then make your fucking neck twitch. I'm decapitating MC's heads, I'll chop them off and dissect it. Minimum-mister, trauma-minematic, ISO minimum-metric. I don't care if you don't like my music, but you have to respect it. I got that smelly, stinking flow, it's dirty like a cesspit. I'll run a bit of house and deep in the room and stick my dick in your neck quick. This one is mental and it's mad, so suck your mum and suck your dad. You ain't a gangster, you ain't bad, it's all an act, it's fucking sad. This one is mad, this one is mental, kung fu kick you in the temple. Leave an MC dead in a bush, my flow is very presidential. This one is scatty, I don't care, it makes me happy. I don't like these crap MCs, they're full of shit, that's like a nappy. This one is gammy, like your mum's infected fanny. You look like a batty man, you dirty, smelly fucking tranny. No MC will ever clash me, my flow is fucking nasty. When I see your mum, I'll stick my meat in her like a pasty. I'll make her come quick, I know your mum, she loves dick. Don't be an egotistical, selfish cunt, don't be a dumb prick. Don't be a wanker, my flow's heavy like an anchor. I'll run a bit of house and creep in the room and empty my sack like Santa. You ain't a gangster, I'll step on you like a hamster. I give you two black eyes like pandas, I am a kung fu master.
How 2% a rubber dub.
Setting up a symphony, translating the circuitry that measures how we work and sleep. Analyze the data stream that keep us in the pressure stream, and leaders often wanting more and more until we leave the feed. Exotic, I like the city, 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 exotic, I like the city,
That's a Misha.
exotic, I like the city.
We digging deep. We dig a deep foundation. We digging deep. We dig a deep foundation. We digging deep. We dig a deep foundation, rock solid, built to last. Setting pace, never move too fast. Not afraid to experiment, trial and error. Perfecting a recipe, blending the flavors together. Creativity can't be rushed. Expired ideas getting left for dust. Organic, we serve it medium rare. Ingredients, kick drum, bassline, snare. We digging deep, we dig a deep foundation. We digging deep, we dig a deep foundation. We digging deep, we dig a deep foundation. We dig a deep foundation, rock solid, built to last. Setting pace, never move too fast. Not afraid to experiment, trial and error. Perfecting a recipe, blending the flavors together. Creativity can't be rushed. Expired ideas getting left for dust. Organic, we serve it medium rare. Ingredients, kick drum, bassline, snare. We dig it deep, we dig a deep foundation.
You know how we play the biggest baddest tune.
Cool and slick, that's the implementation. Tools in the kit, that's the instrumentation. For your information, we ain't following guidelines. Spectators getting left on the sidelines. Pathways intertwined, we build and design cohesion when these four minds combine. Record and normalize, compress and EQ. It's limitless what these four minds can do. We're digging deep. We dig it deep, we dig a deep foundation.
Big ups, everyone locked in. Happy to run tunes.
You know how we play the biggest baddest tune them. How we play the biggest baddest tune them.
plus despair. Less than zero. No sum of our parts. Less than zero. Our world tore apart. Less than zero. No sum of our parts. Less than zero. Our world tore apart.
Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Tell me what go on. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on here. Big 4-5 in the palm here. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. East, man out of Nartina. Big 4-5 in the palm here. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Tell me what go on. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man out of West East, man out of Nartina. from Brixton, man, out to West, East, and out to Nortina. Tell me what go on. Big 4-5 in the palm. Killers from Brixton, man, out to West, East, and out to Nortina. Tell me what go on here. Big 4-5 in the palm here. Killers from Brixton, man, out to West, East, and out to Nortina. East, and out to Nortina. Big 4-5 in the palm here. Killers from Brixton, man, out to West, East, and out to Nortina.
Both ways. If it flies, it's not fly. The wings of the government. They're always watching. Every state. That's a birds aren't real. A bird. Pigeons are liars. Charging on Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Mechanical wings, electronic eyes. They know everything, control the skies. Do you hear that shit? That's the sound of lies, 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 lies. Words aren't real.
souls. Touchdown. 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 Greenness and nothing less. Say it loud. We what's it next? Chase them down and stop the press. Shake the ground. This is not a test. Stepping with the bro, yeah, I'm heading for the goal without selling out the soul. It's for the love now. I got the energy it shows. I've been living it grows and stepping on the toes. Touchdown. Touchdown. Game time, tension rises, fully focused, check the iris, heart palpitations, cold sweats, aiming for the top spot, no less, stepping with the bro, yeah, I'm heading for the goal. I got the energy, it shows, I've been leveling with pros. Stepping with the bro, yeah, I'm heading for the goal without selling out the soul, it's for the love now. I got the energy, it shows, I've been leveling with pros. Stepping on the toes, the touchdown. 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 It's the touchdown.
They heard about the bangers we been running all week. I said, everywhere we go we mob deep. TNA, everywhere we go we mob deep. X is asking us for tickets even though we don't speak. Cause they heard about the bangers we been running all week. Yo, 1, 2, oh my fucking god. She can't believe it, she keeps screaming when she sees my mob. Boyfriend's all getting upset and jealous, getting so concerned. She wants a picture, what's your problem? She ain't gonna see my knob. P-Money, I'm gonna fuck you up, yeah, and my name's Bob. Don't need security, see these guys with me, they'll do their job. You said they ain't sick, but talk about me more than she does, you're lost. Stop making excuses, you are useless, you should shut your gob. Gash by the meter, serious geezer, this ain't no blue Peter. Tell them keep up, I don't smoke no reefer, but I do party and beef up. Met this keeper, in a different trade with Diva. I just didn't wanna leave her, bit like a seizure. Push my things in deeper, we have to stop for a breather. When someone don't like me, I don't like them either. If you don't know me or my brethren, don't try put me cheaper. Fuck your inflation, what about mine? Don't let me put my peas up. I've been out here since the pound could get you tricks and a ribena. Everywhere we go, we mob deep. TNA, everywhere we go, we mob deep. X is asking us for tickets even though we don't speak. Cause they heard about the bangers we've been running all week. I said, everywhere we go, we mob deep. TNA, everywhere we go, we mob deep. X is asking us for tickets even though we don't speak. Cause they heard about the bangers we've been running all week.
Look, body ain't real, I'ma keep it a ton. Talk to get back his friends so we know full well that he's gonna run. Man, I wanna chat that shit in their circle, they're around here, man, they ain't gonna run. Can't deal with a fake creep, moving snaky. Man, I don't face me, I'm acting hasty. Watch me, sagey, left it crazy, you get spun. Stop talking dumb. When North London caught me doing it properly, don't want none. And I wanna take your girl, but your girl keeps sending pics of her bum. And I'm only human if I'm out boozing, she's on a cute thing, I ain't
All I could think of was getting back into the jungle. 19 all along. Check one, hear me no dance. Rap from 19 all along. Microphone blessing. And we said music is the weapon. And we said full of ammunition. Yeah, that lyrical position. One, hear me no dance. Rap from 19 all along. Check one, hear me no dance. Rap from 19 all along. Microphone blessing. And we said music is the weapon. Check it. Oya, we up, bring out.
Fucking with me, you go home in a body bag. 44 mag. All I got is a 44 mag. All I got is a 44 mag. All I got
blinks of an eye. So the infection wipes us all out. That is a return to normality.
Last 15 minutes. Sounds Lady Killer. Love the SkankOut. Thanks everyone locked in.
mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Or they pissed about something. Yeah, they still won't say nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Or they pissed about something. Yeah, they still won't say nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Yeah, they still won't say nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Or they pissed about something. Yeah, they still won't say nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Or they pissed about something. Yeah, they still won't say nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Or they pissed about something. Yeah, they still won't say nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Yeah, they still won't say nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing. Yeah, they never ever say something. Or they pissed about something. Yeah, they still won't say nothing. Brothers be mad about nothing.
Murder them, this a time after time. We give them lyrics, we say rhyme after rhyme. Me style them well fresh and design. Now make me transform to Optimus Prime. Yo, we kill them fast, we say time after time. Murder sound boy line after line. Now make me pop it off with the 9 after 9. I make me transform like Optimus Prime. Fresh and design. Now make me transform to Optimus Prime. Yo, we kill them fast, we say time after time. Murder sound boy line after line. Now make me pop it off with the 9 after 9. I make me transform to Optimus Prime.
me see the paradise, don't me comfort. Hills and palace, rock to all with a trad for. We got it loving with the girl, them a mad for. Give me a hot girl, me a hold for. Long time me see the paradise, don't me comfort. Hills and palace, rock to all with a trad for. Hey, hey, hey.
Y'all give me peace, y'all give me peace, y'all give me peace, but me put it in sweet. Y'all give me peace, y'all give me peace, y'all give me peace, and you put down in me. Y'all give me peace, y'all give me peace, y'all give me peace, but me turn on the heater. Y'all give me, y'all give me, y'all give me, y'all give me, y'all give me. Hey.
Magnus, my last one. Big ups, everyone's been looked. Up next to Zed, so stay tuned for that.
Can't get enough love. Baby, give me good love. Boy, you give me good love.